If you feel tired all day, the problem often starts in the first 30 minutes after you wake up. Not because you're lazy, but because your biology is easy to accidentally sabotage. Morning habits can push your brain into low power mode, flatten your focus, and make your energy feel stuck until late afternoon. The good news is that most of these mistakes are small and fixable. And you don't need a perfect routine to feel a difference. You just need to stop doing the few things that quietly drain you. We'll go through 7 common morning mistakes that make people feel foggy, hungry, and unmotivated. For each one, you'll get a simple alternative that fits real life. Think of this as an energy audit, not a productivity lecture. Let's start with the most common trap, one that happens before you even sit up. Moving to slide 2. Mistake number 1 is hitting snooze, especially more than once. It feels like extra rest, but it often creates the opposite effect. When you snooze, you start a new sleep cycle you don't have time to finish. So you wake up in the middle of a lighter or deeper stage, and that groggy feeling can stick around. Studies on sleep inertia show that fragmented wake-ups can reduce alertness for a while after you get up. A cleaner wake-up is usually better than a longer, broken one. A practical fix is to set one alarm for the latest time you can truly get up. Then place it far enough away that you must stand to turn it off. If you love a gentle start, use a gradual light alarm or softer sound, but still commit to one wake-up. You're training your brain to trust the morning. Moving to slide 3. Mistake number 2 is grabbing your phone immediately. Not just for messages, but for news, social feeds, or even email. The issue isn't willpower, it's that you're flooding your brain with novelty and stress signals before it's fully online. That can raise mental noise, spike anxiety, and make it harder to focus on simple tasks. It also trains you to start the day reactive instead of intentional. A better move is a short buffer zone. Even 5 to 10 minutes helps. Use that time for something low stimulation. Open a window, wash your face, or write one sentence about what matters most. If you need your phone for an alarm, keep it in Do Not Disturb and avoid opening apps until you've done one grounding action. Your attention is a limited resource, and mornings decide who gets it. Moving to slide 4. Mistake number 3 is staying in dim indoor light for too long. Your body uses light as a timing signal for your circadian rhythm, your internal clock. Morning light helps tell your brain it's daytime, be alert, and it supports a healthier rhythm for sleep later. If you wake up and spend the first hour under weak lighting, your system can stay in a night-like state. That can feel like slow thinking, low drive, and heavy eyelids. The fix is simple. Get bright light early. Ideally, step outside for a few minutes, even if it's cloudy. If that's not possible, sit near a bright window and turn on stronger indoor lights. You don't need a long walk. You need a clear signal, and if you combine light with a little movement, you amplify the effect. Moving to slide 5. Mistake number 4 is skipping water. After hours of sleep, you wake up slightly dehydrated. Even mild dehydration can make you feel tired, headachy, and less sharp. It also makes it easier to confuse thirst with hunger, which can push you toward quick snacks that backfire later. A simple habit is to drink a full glass of water soon after waking. If plain water feels boring, add a squeeze of citrus or choose mineral water. If you drink coffee, water first is still a smart sequence. Caffeine on top of dehydration can feel jittery without actually improving steady energy. Think of water as the first on switch for your system. It's not a magic trick, but it removes a very common drag on your morning performance. Moving to slide 6. Mistake number 5 is drinking caffeine too early, especially right after you open your eyes. Here's why. When you wake up, your body is still clearing adenosine, a chemical that builds sleep pressure. If you add caffeine immediately, it can feel strong at first, but you may get a mid-morning crash when the timing lines up poorly. Many people do better by delaying caffeine about 60 to 90 minutes after waking. That gives your natural alertness systems time to come online. If you love a warm drink early, choose water, herbal tea, or a decaf option first. Then have your coffee when you're actually starting focused work. Also, keep caffeine dose reasonable. More isn't always better. The goal is steady energy, not a spike followed by a slump. Moving to slide 7. Mistake number 6 is eating a breakfast that's basically dessert. Think pastries, sweet cereal, or a flavored drink that's mostly sugar. It can give you quick energy, but it often sets up a blood sugar roller coaster. You feel good for a short window, then you crash, get hungry again, and your brain starts craving more quick fuel. Many people feel steadier with a breakfast that includes protein, fiber, and some healthy fat. That could be eggs with vegetables, Greek yogurt with nuts, or oats with chia and berries. The exact foods matter less than the structure. If you're not hungry early, you can keep it small. But if you do eat, build it to support stable energy. You're trying to avoid the spike and slump pattern that steals your afternoon. Moving to slide 8. Mistake number 7 is doing zero movement until you're already deep into the day. Your body isn't a light switch. It's more like a dimmer, and movement turns it up. When you sit still all morning, circulation stays low, joints feel stiff, and your brain gets fewer wake-up signals from the body. You don't need a workout. You need a few minutes of gentle motion. Try a short walk, a set of bodyweight squats, light stretching, or even marching in place while you wait for water to boil. The goal is to raise your heart rate slightly and loosen your posture. This also helps if you wake up anxious, because movement burns off some of that stress chemistry. Small movement early can make your whole day feel less heavy. Moving to slide 9. Now let's add 2 bonus mistakes that often hide underneath the big 7. First is starting the day with a stress sprint. That's when you wake up late, rush, multitask, and mentally rehearse everything that could go wrong. Your body reads that as a threat and shifts into a high alert state. You might feel wired, but not energized. The fix is to build a tiny margin. Prepare one thing the night before, like clothes, a bag, or breakfast basics, and choose a simple first task that signals control, like making your bed or writing the top priority for the day. Second is ignoring breathing. Shallow breathing keeps your nervous system activated. A few slow breaths, longer exhale than inhale, can reduce that tired but tense feeling. Calm energy beats frantic energy every time. Moving to slide 10. Another hidden mistake is making your morning decision heavy. If you wake up and immediately negotiate everything, what to wear, what to eat, what to answer first, you burn mental energy early. That's not motivation. That's decision fatigue. It can show up as procrastination, irritability, and that weird feeling of being tired before you've done anything. The fix is to automate the boring parts. Create a small default breakfast. Pick 2 outfit templates. Set a rule for messages, like checking them only after your first block of focused time. You're not being rigid, you're protecting your attention. When the easy decisions are already made, your brain has more capacity for the work that actually matters. And that tends to feel like more energy, because friction is lower all day. Moving to slide 11. Let's turn all of this into a simple reset you can actually remember. Think in 3 steps: signal, fuel, and motion. First, signal. Wake once, get light, and avoid instant phone stress. Second, fuel. Water first, then a smart caffeine timing, and a breakfast that doesn't set up a crash. Third, motion. 2 to 5 minutes of movement to turn the dimmer up. If you only fix one thing, start with the easiest. For many people, that's water or stepping into bright light. If you fix 2 things, pair light with movement. And if you fix 3, add the caffeine delay. Small stacks beat big overhauls. Your goal is not a perfect morning. It's a morning that doesn't steal from your afternoon. That's how you get energy that feels stable, not random. Moving to slide 12. One more important point. If your mornings are perfect and you're still exhausted, it may not be a habit problem. Sleep quality, stress load, iron levels, thyroid function, sleep apnea, and certain medications can all affect daytime energy. That's not something you fix with a better alarm. But even then, removing these morning mistakes can make your baseline better and give you clearer signals about what's going on. Treat your energy like data. If you change one variable, notice how you feel for a week. Track the afternoon slump, your cravings, and how long it takes to feel alert. That feedback loop is powerful, and it keeps you from blaming yourself when the real issue is deeper. The goal is steady, usable energy, enough to think clearly and feel like yourself. Moving to slide 13. Let's wrap this into a quick challenge. For the next 7 mornings, pick just one mistake to remove. Not all 7. 1. If you snooze, fix that first. If your phone pulls you in, create a 10-minute buffer. If you feel foggy, prioritize bright light. If you crash, rebuild breakfast structure. Then notice what changes by lunchtime and by mid-afternoon. That's where the payoff shows up. If you want, write your choice down somewhere simple so you don't renegotiate it each morning. And keep the standard realistic. A good enough morning done consistently beats an ideal morning done twice. If this helped, subscribe for more practical, science-informed routines that fit real life. And leave a comment with your biggest energy drain. A. Snooze, or B. Phone. This information is not a substitute for medical advice. Sleep deeper. Recover faster. Age slower.